Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ àǹtí Tọ́pẹ́ tó ń lọ káàkiri lórí ayélujára, pẹ̀lú gbogbo ohun tí mo ti gbọ́ lọ́tún tí mo ti gbọ́ lósì pẹ̀lú ohun tá a tún sọ níkànnì yìí, nínú gbogbo wọn tá ti wá sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún tí wọ́n ti dá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí ẹnìkan sọ nínú wọn ìyẹn Yeye Kudi, ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ ẹjẹ́ àjọ gbọ́ kákẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ńbẹ̀ torí pé Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n ní pé ipò àgbàlá bá gbà. Yeye Kudi courtroom wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ kan lórí ẹ̀, gbogbo pátápátá mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká farabalẹ̀ gbọ́n tí arábìnrin yìí sọ torí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ obìnrin ni ó kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lára nǹkan tí Tope Alabi ṣe yìí. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló ń sọ pé nǹkan tó ṣe dáa, àwọn kan sọ pé tí Tope Alabi ṣe ò dáa, bóyá n tó wá ṣe dáa àbí ò dáa, ẹ jẹ́ á gbọ́ nǹkan tí Yeye Kudi courtroom, ẹ jẹ́ á gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ ńbẹ̀. Ẹ̀kọ́ tó wà nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mo fẹ́ ká kọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ látòkè délẹ̀.
Today we are going to be talking about Tope Alabi's daughter's paternity scandal. You understand? So I want us to tune in. You're very welcome. As you come in, sit down. You're welcome. I'm still yet to amend my comment section. Now, I was saying something. I started with the fact that some of these things that seem scandalous to a lot of people. I can bet you that not many people know that Tope Alabi had a child before wedding Mr. Forgïve Alabi. Not many people, had knew. It came up sometime in 2020 when this man reared up his head about this. In fact, somehow they shall use top celebrity, gospel celebrity matter to shut the man. That was the first time likes of me heard it. Do you understand? And I think it's because of Christianity. Do you know, maybe people start to look at you. How can you be a gospel musician and you have a child before wedlock and you're with another person, blah, blah. You know, all those kind of things. Let me tell you. There's nobody God cannot use. There's nobody God cannot use. If God doesn't want to use you and you are a virgin, He won't use you. You are a virgin. In fact, with the little I've seen in this my lifetime so far, I can tell you that the people that their cases are very complicated, they are the ones that God most time use. Because if people are to listen to testimonies and to listen to people, they will wonder, how can somebody that we know is the Pele Ashawo come turn to born again? Even around God. You know, there was some bad people. They were even saying that Jesus Christ had something to do with Mary Magdalene. People have never heard it before. These people that their heart is dirty. Go and hear the story of Mary Magdalene. Jesus Christ didn't chase them away from me. Jesus Christ didn't chase bad people away from me. The one that is positive. If you go and look at the lineage, the story of Jesus Christ, the lineage, there was the story of Bathsheba. Bathsheba, who that lineage was Bathsheba? Isn't it Bathsheba? And he was snatched over Uriah. Like the case of Ashake's mom. Ashake's mom, Tiro Golowawa. Is it not the case of somebody they snatched? So God uses the foolish things that you yourself, you don't count yourself worthy. When they told Moses to go to Pharaoh, he's a stammerer. He looked at himself as less of a being. God told him, it's you I want to say, come on, move. He got there, he said, how will I talk? Me that I cannot even say one sentence. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Stop. If it has happened, use your case to win souls. Use your story to win souls. Stop hiding it and making people feel less of themselves. That's why they are making a big deal of all this kind of thing. People like me that already had a child before I legally married. Before I married, we are the ones that are coming to talk about the matter. On a normal day, are we supposed to be talking about somebody that didn't have a child outside wedlock that is married to? No, because you are like us. But if we sit down in a place now, maybe it's people like you that will be preaching against those people and talking down on them. You are doing that because you do not know that your story will one day be like, so you said don't born for outside. You can't say that about us. That is it. In fact, God may have even used you because He wants you to be able to win souls, like people that have had a child outside that have lost hope on themselves, that there's still hope when they look at your case. It has happened. It's for you to tell people that want to go into it not to live that life. Oh, you don't like it. I don't know if you are getting me or I'm misplacing you. The story trending now is Tope Alabi. And Tope Alabi's first child, I don't know if she's first two, I think so, Ayomiko, married last week. And you know what? I will not lie to you people. Me, I remember only when this man came out again, because it's not my business now. Do you understand? I've forgotten that this man came out sometime in 2020. He came to Pariga like this morning. Go and check it if I have that time. But just go and Google it, you will see it. But I've forgotten already. That wedding I just loved. In fact, it was Funke Akindele that drew my attention to that wedding because she attended. So I saw it. And they made it sound as if it was a quiet wedding. No, it was a classy, so demure, very nice, classic wedding, you know. But the story we are hearing that even the family of the boy, maybe the boy knows, but the family of the boy, that's the story. Let me read something. Maybe the boy knows so, but the family of the boy, they thought it's that Mr. Forgïve Alabi, Tope's husband, that betted that child. Let me just read something for you people. Because she removed the man's name from her surname and is bearing Alabi. Now, the man is angry that he was not told about the wedding. Secondly, the man is also angry that they changed the girl's last name. Though the man bears Alabi, his name, like all these our children, all of us that I bear Aduni, Usoriki is Alabi, but that's not his surname. But they removed his surname. And also, they didn't invite him for the wedding. He was not told about the wedding. I see a lot of our women, that's where they can see, especially those ones that have deadbeat father, husband, everything. Yeah, it's allowed. Because the girl, there are some things she said that makes me feel she's no more a baby. She's 20-something. We are 22. She's not a baby. She has a mind of her own. But I will still say I blame Tope Alabi for some things. And I will tell you people my reason. Let me show you people for bloggers. But the girl granted interview and stuff like that. Yeah, I will say some things. Wait. Jama as Tope Alabi daughter-in-law. Daughters-in-law. Daughter-in-law, not daughter-in-law. They fight her for not telling them about her biological father being absent at her wedding ceremony. So they actually believed that that man is her biological father. That is a no-no. That is being deceptive. That is not Christ-like. That is a no-no. Let me tell you, there are some people, let me be sincere with you people. Do you know that there are some family, because a woman had betted a child outside wedlock is now with her second man, they won't allow their son to marry you. So it is good. They won't allow their son to marry because they will believe that history may repeat itself. Why didn't your mother marry the man that she betted you for? Some people are like that, especially some Christians.
Ó dá mi lójú pé ẹ̀ ń bọ́rọ̀ yìí bọ̀ tó túmọ̀ sí pé ọ̀rọ̀ ta ní kí baálé ilé ọmọ gbọ́ baálé ilé náà ni ó padà wá parí ẹ̀. Tá bá ń sọ nípa ẹ̀sìn Kristẹni, a gbàgbọ́ pé a ò gbọ́dọ̀ ní nǹkan kan pàtó pamọ́. Gbogbo ohun tá a bá jẹ́ la gbọ́dọ̀ fi hàn ká sì tọrọ lọ́wọ́ Olúwa, ìyẹn tí í ṣe Jésù kó dáríjì wá. Ẹ jẹ́ kájọ máa bọ́rọ̀ ọ̀hún bọ̀. Mo fẹ́ kájọ gbádùn ọ̀rọ̀ yìí dáadáa. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí Yeye Kudi sọ yìí òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ ńbẹ̀ tí mo fẹ́ ká padà kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ńbẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé.
You understand? Especially some Christians, they are very judgmental about women that have betted for two men. They don't want to know what our experience is. The only excuse they can excuse you is if the person died. Maybe the first man died, then they will believe that, okay, it is buying that caused it that made your mother to now have a second man. So having not them knowing about this is deceptive. What are you thinking? Is it prayer that I'm blind? That you have, I don't know what you must have done, that you think that somebody that spoke up years ago will still not speak up. Is it? What are you thinking of there? That's one. Two, as a Christian, my dear ones, as a Christian, it is totally wrong. If it's Muslim now, I will tell you it's not wrong. I will tell you my reason. I will explain it. As a Christian, she's supposed to inform the father of the child, meaning she has not forgiven whatever the man must have done to her, it's not that it's going to have anything to do with the man. But as a Christian, Lagbaja o, Ayomiku is getting married on so day. I have already met the family. Or you choose to be there, and you will tell your husband, the father of your, also the father of your child, but a stepfather. Let me tell you the truth. As a Christian, you are meant to do that. If you have done that, this will not come up. Do you know what? This sin to a Muslim is normal, because a Muslim, they don't preach forgiveness like Christians preach forgiveness. Christians preach forgiveness, and forgiveness is very important in Christianity. In fact, without forgiveness, you are far from God. So if Tope had forgiven the father of her child, and she sings gospel, call Jesus, and pray like this, like that, and pray for people via her song, and expect miracle to happen. You know, they use that song to minister. So you cannot bear unforgiveness within. But this wedding now have showcased that you harbor unforgiveness within. You are meant to inform the man. He now comes, so they now respect the girl. That one is nobody's. It's not. It wouldn't be. For me, I probably wouldn't say too much about that. But it clearly shows that there's malice, which is okay. You can say that you are keeper. You are meant to tell the father of the child, to at least show that within you are forgiving whatever he may have done to you. And that is the reason why you need to inform him about his child. At least there's no doubt of it's not his child, it is his child. It's clear that the girl is his child. So there's no controversy or argument about that. So we are not going back. We are going to forge on. Then he's now on his own parts. All the parts he has missed out in. The story, he won't even have the guts to raise a bro. If eventually, if the girl doesn't give him audience or anything or blah, blah, that would have been the only time that I, for one person, will say she's truly a Christian. This one that happened between she and the father of that child shows that she too, and that's not Christ-like. That has nothing to do with Christianity. For somebody that commands thousands, and you pray, you sing, holy hands up in the air, and you didn't tell the father of that child that the child is wedding, is not right. My dear ones, I won't lie to you people. It is totally not right for a Christian. But for Muslim, wallahi, I won't say anything. If she's a Muslim and I won't say anything, because they do not preach forgiveness. And they do not say forgiveness is important like Christianity. In fact, forgiveness is the most important thing in Christianity. So it gives me concern to see that how do such person sing and the Holy Spirit will come down. The Holy Spirit can't come down, because God will not come to you down when you harbor such big thing, because that's the biggest order for her, and it's ended up showcasing itself in this case. That's number two. Number three, my dear ones, because of the unforgiveness, you change the girl's son name to the stepfather's name. You have to explain. If the man now claims, as he so claimed now, which I will read it, that it's online, he saw the name Ayomiku Alabi. You know, if he claims so, meaning that from even that time, they were not able to resolve anything. You are married, you are gone. The girl looks like the father. And sorry to say, after all, the girl have said it. I don't want to have anything to do with my father. But if you, as a mother, knowing your status, knowing the position you hold in the society, then if you are not able to help your daughter to also forgive, not involvement, so not involving like, daddy. No, if you are not able to do it, then you shouldn't have done the wedding yet. It exposed a lot about her, and that is not Christ-like. I must say my own truth. I know it doesn't all go down with many of you, because you want me to always be on the side of the woman. Yes, I can. Assuming this person is a Muslim, I'll say, the only thing is that, Muslim, they don't preach forgiveness. The truth is that it's tooth for tooth, eye for eye. You're not there for this relationship. This is what they will do to you. They will do the wedding. You won't be called to the best place. And we'll agree that that is what unforgiveness is. They will not be, if you are an idol worshiper, a tradition, I won't say her. I will not, I won't. But for a Christian leader like that holds that kind of position in the society, it becomes a problem for me to accept that she knows anything about Christ. I'm sorry. You know, when I was in Redeem, I was a Sunday school teacher, and I can tell you, they will never agree that such things happen. Lie. You must forgive, not to have anything, but you must release that person, and also help your child to release that person. And you have to make sure the father of the child is the one that is the father of the day. Doesn't have to be that you people give him anything special. Do you understand? Like, make him feel special. There's a way the daughter will still be snubbing, that everybody there will know that the daughter is not happy with this one, this person. But he too will feel uncomfortable. But to show sign of forgiveness, and for the future, and for even that girl's marriage, so that it will not become a brojola money in her marriage from her in-laws. There's no need to tell them that this man, or make them believe that it is the man sitting, or the man you are married to is her husband, is her father. It is totally wrong. That is what we call in law misrepresentation. And you know what? When you misrepresent something and you tell them this thing, oh, it's original Gucci, oh, and you sell it at the price of original Gucci. Meanwhile, it is not original Gucci. It is actually first grade Gucci. Like, it's not the original brand from the original brand. Yeah, and they buy it at the rate of original Gucci as opposed to fake Gucci. Do you understand? It is criminal law. I tell you the truth, that you are a criminal for misrepresenting this as original as opposed to first grade, second grade, third grade. Are you getting me? That is what I mean. Under the law, it is culpable. Under the Christianity, it is a sin. It is a sin. And the sin is not just from the girl alone. The girl, Kekereni, is the mother that is at fault. Nothing she wants to tell me. Now, sorry, Yeye. Now this kind of craze I like, make the man go file action in court. No, you see, the man must have really offended her. I don't know what splitted them up. They splitted up long time ago in all those, and within the period, within a year or two that she splitted up with the man was when she met this guy. This guy is all these people in all this industry, movie industry, all this people. The man that she's married to is all those men that are into movie and all those things, like a promoter. Do you understand? So when she met the guy, even this Ayomikun, as far as we heard, Omowoni, she was still a baby. So Ayomikun grew up knowing this man as her father. However, she must have at one time introduced the child to the real story. She must have told the child, this is your real father, this is this, this is that. Let me just read that thing for you people so that you will understand. Okay? Let me read it. Okay? Drama has Tope Alabi's daughter-in-law fight her for not telling them about her biological father being absent at her wedding ceremony. Okay, let's read. A brewing paternity controversy has engulfed popular gospel singer Tope Alabi as relatives and associates of Mayegun, is the father now, the biological father, Olaye Oyekoke, the alleged biological father of her daughter Ayomikun, have spoken out after being excluded from her recent wedding. The situation has sparked widespread debate and criticism, with many accusing the singer of concealing the truth about her daughter's paternity for years. According to family sources, Mayegun Olaye, also known as Olaye, was left heartbroken after watching videos of Ayomiku's wedding online. You can imagine, me and you people are watching it online, even the biological father to watch it online. In the footage, Tope Alabi's husband, Forgïve Alabi, was seen playing the role of the proud father, a position Olaye claims was rightfully his. The snub that reignited long-standing tensions over Ayomiku's paternity, which has been a subject of speculation for years. Tope Alabi and Alaye were reportedly in a relationship in the late 90s while living in Akure, Ondo State. Their union resulted in the birth of Ayomikun in 1997. However, their relationship eventually ended and Tope moved on, marrying Forgïve Alabi, her current husband and music producer, with whom she has 2 other children. Over the years, Ayomikun grew up knowing only Forgïve Alabi as her father, while Olaye was allegedly denied access to his daughter. In November 2020, Olaye publicly claimed to be Ayomikun's biological father, alleging that Tope Alabi had cut him out of their daughter's life for over 2 decades. He expressed his frustration at being unable to play a role in her upbringing and accused the singer of deliberately keeping him away. The recent wedding, where Alaye was neither invited nor acknowledged, has now brought the issue back into spotlight. That was the first time I heard about this Alaye in 2020. Insiders revealed that Alaye was deeply hurt by the wedding snub, particularly as another man was allowed to collect the bride price and stand as their father. None of his family was there, and himself, and he's not dead. You understand? While he was reduced to watching the event unfold online, just like we spectators. The incident has sparked outrage among Nigerians, with many criticizing Tope Alabi for allegedly building a false family image, because many people weren't aware that that child is not Mr. Forgïve Alabi's biological daughter. That was what sparked outrage amongst online in-laws. So, building a false family image, using her fame to suppress the truth. Social media has been abuzz with reactions as netizens call for transparency and demand that Ayomiku be informed about her true paternity. Many have urged Alaye to speak out publicly, emphasizing that it is time for the gospel singer to stop hiding the truth. Critics argue that the situation highlights the need for honesty and accountability, even in the face and public scrutiny. Do you understand? Like I started in the beginning, that because you're a gospel musician does not stop you from saying your truth. This is my past. For real, if you can't deal with it, it's your business. It's not all of us that God have chosen. That is, there's a word I'm trying to. God calls that is worthy. Do you understand? He is the one that makes you worthy. You look at yourself and be like, why did God choose me? It's only God that can choose whomsoever. There are many people that have better voices, better lyrics than Tope Alabi, but he chose to make her a glorious person. So didn't he know that you already have a child outside wedlock? Even for that reason, God should even be the thing. Don't make it look as if your life is perfect. Don't create one kind of false family image.
tọ́ ẹ̀yin ènìyàn wa mo máa ń sọ fún wa pé ẹjọ́ là á kọ́ àìkọjá torí pé n tá a bá ṣe lónìí Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n lọ́rọ̀ ọ̀tàn ni ó padà dà lọ́la ẹ̀rí báyìí ohun tí Tope Alabi ti fi pamọ́ lọ́pọ̀ ọ̀gbà òun náà ni gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wá tún gba ayagba àyàtà báyìí wọ́n nígbàgbọ́ pé ẹ̀ ń di ọ̀rọ̀ kan àbí méjì ń bẹ̀.
Don't change the girl's name to her stepfather's name. I'm sorry, that's how I feel. I know some of you are like her, so it's okay. But Christianity, as Christians, it is not biblical. It is not biblical as Christians. In fact, can I shock you people? I saw her going to receive blessing from Oyedepo. But it is this same Christian that will say that if you were once married or you've had a child outside wedlock, they are the ones that will say that you cannot remarry until the person dies. Haven't you heard of it? If you divorce your husband now or your wife as a Christian, redeemed, they say it, you can't remarry until the person dies. That's why Prince Oyakilome is probably not going to marry throughout the days of his life, because as long as the wife is alive, he can't remarry. Are you making sense from it? That is what they say about Christianity. Until the spouse, your partner dies, only then can you remarry. I have seen pastors that have stepped down from their position due to this reason. There was an Igbo man in Lagos then that was heading an Anomaly Estate Redeemed parish. And he said he wants to remarry, but his wife had moved on. His wife has remarried, and they said he cannot remarry because he's a born-again Christian. And the doctrine says, where is it in the Bible? I don't know. But in this kind of position, how will you feel as a Christian whom we pray the Lord's Prayer, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is done. Forgive us our sins as we forgive those who trespass against us. That's it, the Lord's Prayer. So if you cannot do it, maybe that's that example. A lot of people will say, wow. Because forgiveness is a big thing in Christianity. It's in fact the biggest, because it's very hard. I'm telling you to forgive. You can imagine someone that have done bad things to you. If they tell you to forgive that person, it's very hard. And that is what God expects of us. So to me, you can't be thinking, lift your holy hands to the sky, people. Lift your holy hands. And God will drop when you have not forgiven. It's a lie. The Holy Spirit cannot stay in a place where unforgiveness is. So we are only playing Christianity. In her case, it has shown that. Let me continue. Let me continue, okay? As the controversy continues to unfold, Nigerians await further developments, with many hoping for a resolution that prioritizes Ayomiku's right to know her roots and fosters reconciliation among all parties involved. We may say it doesn't concern online in-laws, but it is online in-laws that are the fans of Tope Alabi. And they are the same people that go to all these stadiums, these concerts and all the churches that invite her to come and minister. Are you telling me that you are doing all those songs and your heart is still like that? No. That is not Christ-like. That is not Christ-like. I know if it is Muslim now, wallahi, I will tell you people, I'm not surprised, because they do not say forgiveness is foremost. They preach Sharia law, a tooth for a tooth. Oh, then how do you know she has not forgiven him? How do you know she has not forgiven me? Yala bossy buruku. Do I look like the person that wrote the story out? Itari òun la máa sọ. Kọ́tà bá ti rí òun la máa sọ. And I'm very positive that this thing tá ń rí òótọ́ láti sọ. So the guy, a lot of bloggers have carried it here, and they have stated it clearly here where the man then came. This man, the girl looks very much like the dad. Okay. Àwa ìyá tí ń celebrate àti kí wọn dànù. That is about ebi ń pa wá. Àwa ò ganu sí anything now. So this is the man that is married to Tope Alabi. You all know the man. He's a music producer. This is the beautiful girl. You understand? Ayomiku. In this matter, this girl ò lẹ́bi kankan. This girl, she has no fault at all. In this case, and I will still stand my ground. She has no fault at all. The whole fault is on the mother. It is the mother that needs to teach forgiveness, because she's a big symbol in Nigeria, in their Christian, in her own Sawawu Christians. You understand? She's a symbol. And therefore, when this girl wedded, I bet many Nigerians, all of us were, if not for Funke Akindele gone, I wouldn't have known that any wedding took place. Wallahi, Funke Akindele is the one I followed there. I just saw her, and I saw her, it was Tope Alabi's wedding. I immediately carried it to my page to celebrate them. You understand? So I wouldn't have known. I'm not the type that goes to Tope Alabi's page, so I don't know anything much about her. But I remember in 2020, this man came out and there was controversy. In fact, that was even the first time I heard anything about her having a child outside wedlock. I never knew. That's why I will still go back. Always let people use your story to sing. That alone, anybody that wants to use that kind of thing now to make it a big deal, they will know that Kilo Wambe. I've told you people my story, where my song, but because some of us hide, because she's a Christian, you hide many things. You'll be hiding, making people that have lived such life, whether by knowingly or by mistake, or by most time, people that had a child outside wedlock, many of them it's not their fault. It may not be her fault. Make a lashewo. Do you understand? Like I was saying. So the lady, I didn't remember again. I just was celebrating them on our platform. As Tope Alabi don't went. Timotu. In fact, I still was saying, Ireno Akari, only for me to see that this man came out. I will show you people. I will first of all show you the person that made me notice it. It's a page called Ominira Omo Oduduwa. And the person put this. In fact, wrote it in Yoruba. And you know, if you are not sound in Yoruba, you need to calm down. To understand, that was when I now started typing to look, something must have happened. The person then wrote, Baba Omo Tope Alabi ti sọ̀rọ̀. Ọmọ mi ni Ayọ̀míkún, èmi ni mo sọ lórúkọ, mi ò kì í ṣe abímọ má wò ó. Ṣé ti rí? Ibẹ̀ ni mo ti kọ́kọ́ rí. Ni mo ti ní nǹkan ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Because if you go on my page, you will see I celebrate them. I always tap into good things. Kí ló kàn mí? Why? Tí a bá ti rí pé ẹbí táláyọ̀ ti ń yọ̀, inú àwa máa ń dùn ni. Kíre náà kó kó àwa ní tiwa. But when this man, I think that's when something now pick in my head that this man again, see his face. This man, Shetiri. That was the first place I saw it. When I saw it, the person now wrote a caption, and I will read it. Tope Alabi daughter. I found this information. Look at it. The person actually took it from somewhere. I found this information on social, and I am highly disappointed. This person wrote it, not me. The person says, Ominira Omo Oduduwa. If you go on the page, you will know where it is. I found this information on social, and I am highly disappointed in Evangelist Tope Alabi for changing the surname of her first daughter to her husband's name. Which, when she wrote that, even me, I find it strange. You understand? One, it is not allowed in Western world. Capital yes. Capital yes. It's not allowed here. So for it to happen in Nigeria, it means that it's because she's up there as a celebrity. And I don't think it is allowed in Christianity too. Do you understand? According to the news on social media, it was the biological father of Ayomikun that did her naming ceremony, which means that she was registered with her biological name in her birth certificate. Does changing the name of that, the person now asks, does changing the name of that girl from her biological father to her stepfather name change her DNA from being the daughter of her real father? What lessons can we learn from this? We are Africans. It is wrong to adopt a child to another man without the consent of the biological father. So this was the person that gave me the first hint. So I decided to go and look for more information, like what happened. So I saw this information. Are you seeing it? And it states, I saw it on Legit, and it's a good source, Legit online. Yeah. So the person then wrote, Tope Alabi's husband and daughter melt hearts with father-child moment at her wedding. Do you see? Then the person then shared this also. Then in this sharing, this thing they shared is the father Gogon that shared it and wrote a message to a blogger. I will read it. So the father Mayegun on Instagram said, tomorrow 7th of May 1998 would be exactly 20 years that you were delivered. I don't know why this, but let me read it so that you understand it. It doesn't mean it's tomorrow, Gogon. 1998, so maybe it's an update the person wrote since. Let's just read it. So it's the father Gogon that wrote this. 7th of May 1998 would be exactly 20 years that you were delivered at the CAC maternity home at PWD Oshodi. I was full of joy because you were my first fruit in life. I was full of joy because you were my first fruit in life. I named you Mary Ayomikun Oyegoke at my house in Shomolu on the 14th of May, 1998. Ayomidekun, I'm your biological father. Nobody can claim to be. Happy birthday to you. So this must have been written 1998. So I think he took it to that person. I will continue with where it's talking. I love you and I will forever love you. May you be successful in life. Long life and prosperity, my darling daughter. It's tagged Tope Alabi, tagged official, tag Bobo Sinwebi by. So this was on Instagram in 1998. And 1998, walai, is way back 27 years ago. Continue Instagram ngba yen o. Ibo lo wa gbe sí? Ibo lo wa gbe sí? Kò sí Instagram ngba yen. Where did he put it? Because this looks like Instagram. Was there Instagram in 1998? Ola. I don't want you to come here and say that I should be calming down. I don't want you people to come here and be saying that. Let me go. I don't want it. If I was talking against the man now, you will say that my research is correct. So all these jagajantis I'm bringing out is not research. It's imu. Why are you people like this? Why are you people like this? If something is not favoring you, you will say the research is not, some things you say is not accurate. How? So am I reading it from my head or from my own book? Is it not what the man sent out? Is it not the man's name? Abi, how do you think they do research? How do they do research? You people will be here. If it's favoring, if the matter, everything I'm saying is favoring you people that are always against men, you will say that right on. You'll be here typing from your anus. Why are you people like this? Why? The same thing many of you did to Ashake's father. Why are you people like this? Must everybody, every woman, must you people be against men and say that all the men in the world, they should? Have you forgotten you have sons? If they rise against your son one day, Ola, we will be here. We will be here. So what the man brought out, we shouldn't read it. So what the man brought out, we shouldn't read it. We shouldn't read it compared to what the girl too has to say and what Tope Alabi. I don't want to know. What do you mean by what I'm saying is not accurate? What do you have to say that is accurate? I am talking from everything. I'm not saying from my brain. I am not saying from my brain. People cannot always be on you people's side. Me, I always stand alone. As long as I see it like this, I will use my brain to think. There's no excuse for any Christian. If it's Muslim, you saw me a more larger. If it is a Muslim, wallahi, I won't say pie in this matter because I know how they reason. But Christianity, and not just a Christian, Tope Alabi is a big symbol. It's like Adeboye now, not as great as Adeboye, but like Adeboye to do something and do it with all forgiveness. Do you think we will not talk? We will not talk. Your people's bitterness all affects me gan. The lọ́mọkùnrin. A day will come, people will rise like this. Àwọn ọmọ yín náà marry. Nǹkan báyìí ó lè lọ ṣẹlẹ̀. Do you want? So people will not talk. They will not say their truth. I'm sure if I was talking for Tope Alabi and say, man yẹn kakima bunsin, gbogbo yín máa bẹ̀ sí inú yín máa dùn ní. Èmi ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀. Bọ́lọ́run ṣe fún mi ní obìnrin, lọ́lọ́run fún mi lọ́kùnrin. As I will talk for my brothers, for my father, for my sons, ni mo ṣe ń sọ yìí. I will talk so ibi tó ti jàre. I will talk ibi tó ti jẹ̀bi. It's not about women. It's about a relationship with a child. And what the man has brought out, Monka. Bring out the accurate thing. Bring out the accurate thing. That's how you people behave. Many of you are too bitter. And many times, if you go and find out, it's not always the men that are faulty. In a relationship, some is the women. Did anybody know that Ashake's mother, what happened between Ashake's mother and the father? Go and hear the story. Sometimes you women are the cause. Sometimes it's the men that are the cause. If we are not around to see Davido Sonpe, tó bá dọjọ́ ọ̀la tọmọ yẹn fẹ́ ṣe wedding tí Davido ké síta pé they didn't invite me, many of you will say deadbeat father. You will not say Davido wanted to be involved. The girl refused. The girl refused and say it has to be this way. If not, same thing happened with Ashake's daughter now. The child, the mother of Ashake said they should bring the girl. They want to take the daughter from the girl. She's a symbol of Christianity. If nobody at all, she's one of the known gospel. In fact, in the whole of Nigeria, I think she's the top. I don't know if somebody is above her. Do you think this story is not embarrassing? It's embarrassing. It goes to show she has not forgiven. And deal with it. She's not in the Ganusi nation. She is in Christian nation. Forgiveness is paramount in Christianity. You know, sing camp and be more white. I'm for everybody. I'm for boy and for girl. I won't want a man to treat my daughter anyhow, and I won't want any woman to treat my son anyhow. You must love your husband. Your husband will love you back. I will not pursue or become I wouldn't want many of you women to go and wickedness is one. And you people want to use it, project it in other people's relationship. Hello, good evening. Getting in touch in respect of Tope Alabi. I'm the father of her first child, Ayo. So definitely, he got in touch with a blogger. Are you seeing it? Hello, how are you doing, sir? Can you give me the full details? So the man brought his picture. So this was what started this story. When the man saw his child wedding and he was watching it online, the way me and you, we are watching it online. Remember Fred Amata, when it happened to him lately, many of us, what did he do? We blame Fred Amata. Do you understand? But this people's story, many of us aren't aware of it. The only time we saw the man came out and everybody was like, which one is this one? Let me tell you, do you know that the Bible says the only reason you can divorce your partner, even the Quran, do you know, is due adultery. And let me tell you, in the court of law, can I shock you? You must tender evidence that your husband is doing like this or your wife is doing like this. Without that, they will still not agree to it. They will suggest resolution, mediation for you people. Go, it's a long way. So that is the reason why that guy's son, I won't lie, I stood on the side of the law. I said, if you can do that to your wife, adultery is simply being married and having a child outside wedlock. It's adultery. You know, there's no long story. The child is a proof of you committed adultery. So the lady didn't dissolve the marriage. The court allowed the marriage dissolve, and that was it. And she refused to forgive. I bet she won't be going to church. Because let me tell you one thing. Even Christ says, if you can forgive, it is better you forgive. That's what Christ said. I'm telling you, if you can forgive, it's better you forgive. Meaning, as deep as it hurts, Christ still expects you to forgive. That is why it is understood that if you choose not to forgive, then you cannot remarry, except the man buys. It's that deep. Now, in this Tope's case, I don't think she legally married the man. I don't know. Maybe it was just courtship, relationship. But in the fact that the man came out in 2020 says a lot. The fact that the man came out in 2020 compared to what her daughter made us to in the interview she granted. Do you know there are some married women? They are as worse as men that are benching outside. Is it not here we are? Ned, what's that short one? Nedu. Is it not here that we are here? That a fellow woman like us born 2 children for Nedu. When they do DNA, the one that looks like him is not his child. What are you people talking about? What are you talking about? What is equally like when a man goes out to have a child outside wedlock. A woman that brings another man's child under the roof of her husband, married to her husband, born Omo Ale for the husband, it's the same thing, committed adultery. So it's everywhere. It's man, women. Let's handle people's case according to how they tell us. We can't put your own case because you were maltreated by a man. We can't put your case for every man. Why? By right, it is good to appreciate your daddy. It is good to appreciate your daddy. Your daddy coming out is good that you appreciate him. I mean stepfather. But nevertheless, it goes to show she's still bottling. The little girl has unforgiveness within. And they are not, it's not good. They need to reconcile it. They need to reconcile it. So, Agbola Kudus. I don't talk about so. No, well, come. Nobody should come here and tell me that what I am saying. If what we are reading and the father has said is not true, Tope Alabi should run the red lights and explain to the world. There are so many podcasts. Biola Adebayo is there. Many podcasts. She can even go to Berekete. She should go to Berekete and go and explain. It's the person that talk out that will answer, will read it, and we can't come and know what is in your mind. We are not in their family. Even you that is here, you are not in their family. So, Alele, I don't want to hear. If anybody come here and tell me that I'm not hearing the clinical, it's what they tell us we listen to. And anything that they say, as far as we are concerned, if it is a lie they are lying on Tope Alabi, she should go on Berekete and go and explain herself. Are you hearing me? So let me continue. So the little girl then said, a father indeed for her father. Not a biological, the Tope Alabi man. A man very much after my heart. After the father came up to come and fight new. A man of timber and caliber. So if your real daddy is not timber and caliber, you will not acknowledge him. No, that's not how to go about it. So, when you don't put your mouth in your mommy and your daddy's problem, don't involve yourself. Don't put your mouth in your mommy and your daddy's issue. And in fact, don't involve children in you people's rubbish. Always try your best. Stay neutral. You are good with your stepdad. I'm happy about it. But don't be saying your stepdad is a man of caliber and timber. So your daddy is a man of what? Bangolo and what? Gary? No, don't do that. The tone of your voice now, your daddy will think that you are indirectly abusing him. Don't do that, my daughter. Don't involve yourself. You are just started life. Don't let them put you in any of their rubbish. Okay? A man whose love has been my pillar. I type this with tears in my eyes because where do I start from? This man loves me beyond words. Can't begin to explain or express it. What about your father? So your biological father doesn't love you. Don't involve yourself. I know that your stepdaddy loves you, no doubt. If he doesn't love you, we will know. It shows on you that you were well taken care of. I'm in that position as well. I have a child outside wedlock. You understand? And my husband really took care of my daughter. But lie, I won't lie to you. Well, I don't want your mommy to be like me, because she has her life to live. I have my life to live. Do you understand? I am not even born again like your mom, like, musician. But when I was in Redeem, I used to be a Sunday school teacher. I can tell you one thing. My father did not even want my daughter to bear her father's name. My father wanted my daughter to bear his name. But as young as I was, I knew it is wrong. Because some people will still use it to abuse you. And it's not good. You will think it's not important. But when that time comes, it's very painful. Can I shock you, my daughter? When my father died, when they were sharing the will, my daughter's name is not in that my father's will now. My daughter, because she's a grandchild. Now listen to me. Assuming I put my daughter's name and said that the father is not the father, is it right? Is it right? It may not be okay between me and the father of my child. Yeah. But he knows that he is the father of that child. Now I'm married, my daughter. I'm married, my daughter. My husband is the one from when that my daughter was 3 years old. In fact, she was almost 3. My husband is the one that will take all with the one I bought for him. Take them to school, everything till she finish university. Who does she know as a father? My husband, who is her dad, and accept that. But she has a biological father. Do you know what? I didn't stop her from getting to have a relationship with her biological father, even when my husband is not complaining about being the father. I have my reason. Because a time will come, they will remind you, one lie, they will remind you, directly or indirectly. You will be reminded that that biological father is your real father. I'm sure Mr. Alabi is enjoying it. But he knows within him that that child is that man. So that child needs to have a relationship with that biological father. Bí àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n bí fóun ṣe ní pẹ̀lú ọmọ yẹn náà di kí máa yẹn wá prove ọmọ wrong pé òun bàbá burúkú. That's all. Ọmọ yẹn á ní closure. Ṣe yẹ kó rí nìyẹn. Èmi ti sọ tèmi. Ó dàárọ̀.
tọ́ oníyànṣe ọlọ́bẹ̀ ṣe àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọgbẹ́ni tó bá wà fìfẹ́ jẹ́ àníri jù báyìí lọ lábalábí tá a wà yìí. Bó bá ṣe ń lọ mo máa ń sọ fún wa pé àwa ò ní jẹ́ kétí yín ó di sí o. A ó tún pàdé lọ́jọ́ míì ọjọ́ rẹ̀ ire o ire kàbìtì.
Àtìrètí rẹ̀ o ọmọ aláṣẹ dìde. Àtìrètí rẹ̀ o ọmọ aláṣẹ dìde. Wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ ká lè mọ bí ayé ń kọrí sí. Wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ ká lè mọ ìgbésẹ̀ tó yẹ ká gbé. Ọmọ aláṣẹ.
Àtìrètí rẹ̀ o ọmọ aláṣẹ dìde.
Àtìrètí rẹ̀ o.
Àtìrètí rẹ̀ o ọmọ aláṣẹ dìde.
Ó
Wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀.
wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀
Ká lè
ìjìnlẹ̀
mọ bí ayé kọrí sí.
ká lè mọ bí táyé kọrí
Wá
sí.
bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀. Ká lè mọ ìgbésẹ̀ tó yẹ ká gbé.